Gang that it's all been elaborate tricks and gadgetry. Before that, though, the Mystery Gang does get itself a little wake-up call from Cass.
So, everything you told me, it's true? Werewolves? Vampires? Demons? I thought I was blind without my glasses, but I was just blind.
That means that Scooby's supernatural elements may have been brought into its universe by the supernatural team when they chased a ghost into the cartoon. That explains how later series in the timeline, with the Scrappy-Doo series and the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo that follows it, we have supernatural beings suddenly present out of nowhere in the canon. What it doesn't explain away, though, is Velma and Fred not knowing who Scrappy is.
Well, I guess the gang's all here.
Except Scrappy.
What's a Scrappy?
Sure, they didn't share that many episodes together, but that first season that Scrappy appeared in did have all the gang together for multiple episodes. It also had really terrible animation for all those episodes. I mean, look at Shaggy! Looks like he was put through the rack. Must have been a gas leak season, or, as we previously established, it had to have been in the video game simulation. For as crazy as it sounds, it actually makes sense. The first season with Scrappy literally sees the gang week over week going to Britain, to Egyptian-inspired locales, to California, New York, even places as far-flung as Greece, which, wouldn't you know it, are exactly the types of exotic levels that we see the gang flashing through as we're trapped in the video game sim from Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. So look on the plus side, all you Scrappy haters. A full one of his seasons doesn't even count because it all took place in a computerized simulation. That season, along with at least 3 movies, Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers,
You guys are ghost exterminators!
Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, and Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf totally don't count. At this point then, we have to rewind our timeline back, all the way back to the beginning. The very beginning for our second alternate universe, the Mystery Incorporated universe. You see, televisions in the world of Mystery Incorporated still use a 4:3 standard broadcasting ratio, which started going out of style in the mid-90s, and would have been startlingly obsolete by the time Mystery Inc. actually aired in 2010. That means that this show wasn't meant to take place concurrently with the show's airing, but rather sometime back in the 80s and 90s. Because the gang is back in high school again, it's most likely to take place in the 80s. Except this go around, all the mysteries from the other timeline have already been solved. The first episode of the series starts with Velma giving a tour of the Haunted Museum, and it's a who's who filled with nods to all the classic monsters from Scooby-Doo Where Are You?
And who could forget the terrifying stylings of Space Kook? Not me. They all turned out to be fakes.
That's not